Alright, y'all, check this out. I got a video for y'all today. I want to show y'all something. I'm going to the side today. Y'all see me? Okay, probably gotta put it like this still. Okay. No matter, y'all can still see me. Alright, look. Today I want to show y'all how to feel your own life force energy, the divine life force, the energy that flows throughout all living beings and animates their being. It's what allows you to be able to walk around and do things. It's what allows your body to be alive. It's the electricity, the life force within you. It's bioelectricity. Bio has to deal with the human body, and then electricity is the life force. Chinese call it chi, the Indians call it prana. Um, Basically, it's the life force that animates you. Okay. So I want to show you today how you can feel that. All right. So first of all, this is gonna be a short video though, but I wanna show y'all something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take in 3 huge deep breaths. Now I want y'all to breathe from y'all belly though, y'all belly, y'all solar plexus, the lowest diaphragm part. I want you to breathe from your solar plexus, okay? That's where this energy sits and stored, and then you can channel this energy and breathe this energy back up through breathing, because when it's in semen form, there's 3 forms of this energy. There's the base form, which is the semen form, which is when you see semen. I mean, if you have sex, everybody's seen semen before. That's the base state. That's the lowest state of it. It's called the base state. And then from the base state, it rises into above that. It's the subtle state. Now, this is when you building all this energy up and you retaining and you cultivating this life force. And then that's when this energy just basically is stored right here in the solar plexus. This is where it sits. And then basically, like, it's not being converted into, it's not in the base state no more. Only when you like lust or you get ready to have sex again, then these what they call the ovary glands, or the sexual glands, they begin to secrete this life force energy through the testicles, and then it rises into the area where it's like it rises through like a little root, tube canal, and then it gets prepared. It gets ready to be prepared for procreation, and that's when it comes out through the. Y'all know where it come out through, okay? So that's the base state. When it's in this base state, the lowest form, when it's in base state, it's in its lowest form, which is in material form or physical form. When you can see it basically. And then above that, it's in the subtle form, which means it's not in its base state. It just sits right here in the solar plexus, and it's just there. Like whenever you need extra energy reserve, for work or for extra creative activities or any endeavors you have throughout life, this energy basically sits in a subtle state, which means subtle state, which means like it's basically not doing nothing. It's just basically potential energy. It just sit right there waiting to be used. It's in a subtle state, okay? And then above that is the high state, or the awakened state, which means when you rise this, you can basically cook this energy up. But when it's in a subtle form, when you do deep breathing like this, they call this dragon breath. When you do this, you can breathe it in for 4 seconds, hold it 4 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, however long. I can hold my breath for 2 minutes. So, and then you can breathe it out. But when you breathe it in, your body heats up. That life force in you, that kundalini, it heats up, and it basically rises into a gas state, into a vapor state. Just like when you have the pot on the stove and it's in a water form, a base state, when it's in a liquid water, and then that heat cooks it and it rises into a vapor, a gas. That's exactly what this life force do. When you breathe in, You can feel the heat in your body. You can feel the warmth, the heat. That's that life force. That's that life force. And it heats up, and it can rises, and it rises up the spinal cord. The spinal cord, which is connected to the brain, but it's connected to the base of the brain, the back of the brain, which is called the cerebellum. Okay, and this deals with motor function, motor control, awareness, reaction, and everything like this. So when you rise this energy up, it rises up the spinal cord. The chakra system rises up the spinal cord and it illuminates the back of the brain, the cerebellum. It rises into the crown consciousness, which is the headspace, okay, and this energy can become a light, and this is how you become awakened or enlightened through the rising and the activation of the kundalini. Now you have to have a lot of this life force build up, though, and most people can't do semen retention, which is in its ancient practices, the transmutation of sexual alchemy. Okay, alchemy is taking one substance from its base state and creating and transmuting it and creating a whole different substance from it. Okay. Hold on, let my neighbor go past. Let my neighbor go past. And so there's three states of this. How you doing, brother? Three states of this sexual life force: the base state, the subtle state, and then the awakened state. All right, that's the highest state of this energy, of this life force. Okay, so now I want to show y'all how you can feel it. How you can feel it. You activate this. Now, even if you're not on semen retention, I still believe if you have enough of it in your body, even if you ain't on semen retention, okay, I believe you have enough of it in your body still, due to the fact that it's a lot of people have sex every day, but they still can get up, still can go to jobs, still can do things, you know what I'm saying? But they just have a base level of energy. They just have the most basic level of energy, which still allows them to go get up and do what they do. But even then, they still dragging their body, you know what I'm saying? They tired from work. Even when they go to work, they tired, but they know they got to get up and do it for their children and pay bills and that. But they still dragging their body. They dragging. They don't really have. You know what I'm saying? Most people just go to work. As soon as they get off work, they be like, well, I'm tired, man. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to bed. Got to go to work again. And when we ain't going out this weekend, we tired. We got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? All that. That's all people life consists of. Work, 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 work. And this work and stuff is just draining their life force. It's draining their body. It's draining them mentally, spiritually, physically. And their life just becomes a dark cascade of darkness and lifelessness. Okay, and then these people over time, they get 40 and they have nothing to show for it. They done worked all their life, and now they die, and they it's this life is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show y'all how you can feel this life force. So what we're gonna do is take 3 deep breaths, and we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. Okay, breathe from the lower belly. Breathe from the lower belly. Release it. Breathe in again. Deep breath. Release it. Make sure your back is all the way straight. Make sure that spinal cord is aligned, is straight all the way down and up straight. Breathe in again, deep breath. Breathe from your belly, your solar plexus. Hold it for 10 seconds. Release it. Now, what I want y'all to do is take your hand, and breathe in again. Hold it, deep breath. Hold it for 10 seconds. Now, as you breathe in and out, you should begin to feel a little magnetic pull, a magnetic pull. Hold your hands like this together. It's very subtle. You should begin to feel a magnetic pull. Like as you breathe in, your hands like pull apart, and then as you breathe out, they come together. You should feel a magnetic pull, a tiny magnetic pull. Let me know if y'all can feel it. That is your aura. That is the magnetic field. The higher your aura is, the more powerful your aura is, the more magnetic, the more powerful the magnetic field was in your body, and the powerful the magnetic field you can begin to your magnetic field begins to interact with the magnetic field of the planet, which interacts with the magnetic field of the trees, the animals, people, because everybody has their own magnetic field, their own electromagnetic footprint or impulse, which is an aura. Okay. You should begin to feel that magnetic pull. You can move it over your hands. It should feel like a wall is there, like a solid wall is there. A magnetic pull. Does it feel like something is there between your hands? That's your magnetic field. That's your aura. That's your life force. And if you build up enough of it, so much of it, it can begin to manifest from the internal and through the external, which means you can begin to feel this and see this aura in the external appearance. The higher this aura is, the more powerful this aura is, the more you build up this life force energy within, your aura becomes so immensely powerful. The longer you go, some people go months, years, and this is what the story of the Dragon Ball Z was about. You know, when they turn Super Saiyan 2 and 1 and they have that electricity dancing in their aura, that's life force. It's a bioelectrical energy. It's a divine electrical energy in its highest, and electricity in its highest form is plasma, and plasma converts to light. It's light energy. It's plasma. Electricity in its high form is plasma, which is basically light. The highest form of energy. There's four phases of matter. There's solids, which is basically the lowest density, which is anything you can see, taste, touch. We in the solid realm right now, the physical realm. We have solid walls, solid shoes, you know, a solid bottle. Anything you can feel, taste, touch, or grab, or is tangible. That's the solid. That's the lowest form of matter. This realm is an illusionary realm because it's the lowest realm of matter. And then above that, you have the liquid realms, which is where all your mermaids live, all your water fairy, water nymphs. These extraterrestrial beings are very real, but they live in the water realm. So it's like, yeah, but we go out to the sea and we see water and we don't see nothing. Yeah, that's because that's physical water. These beings are on a higher realm, on a higher realm. So even if you go to the water, you can't see them because they're on a different a different dimension of water. And then above water, you have the gas realms, which is when they spoke about all the ghosts and paranormal activity, ghosts and spirits and stuff. A lot of people has been documented. People seeing ghosts and spirits. So people die. These things are very real. That's why they spoke about in all these horror movies. These things are very real. They are on a different dimension of the phase of matter. Whereas basically this is what they spoke about in the biblical text, the Holy Spirit. But they were speaking about the spirit, the life force that's in us. But also when they spoke about the Holy Ghost, exactly. That's another dimensional plane where you have which is the gas realms, where you have all these gas beings, these gas beings. One of the most prevalent of them are called like harpies, where they showed you in Greek mythology in the movie Percy Jackson, where these beings can be like these beings can like do something and mess with you, and you think it was somebody else, but it was them, and they'll sit back and they'll laugh at you because it's like they did. Like, you ever had like sitting in your house and ain't no window or nothing open, and some fall off the table or your blinds move. These are those these little beings from the gas realms, but you can't see them because they in the gas phase. They on that phase of matter or the gas phase where they talk about ghosts and spirits and paranormal activities and things like that. So That's what that be. And then the highest phase of matter is the plasma realm. Electricity, light. These are all forms of and different words for plasma though. Electricity. And this is the highest phase of matter where only the most highest vibrational beings, only the most powerful of beings can be on this. And that's why they showed you in Dragon Ball Z, when they build so much life force, they begin to transform and they have all this electricity, and the more electricity they have, they can transform in all to these all different powerful forms, and it's always that electricity in their aura, okay? They higher, the higher you go up in consciousness, the higher you go. When you ever seen the TV show The Flash, Barry Allen moves so fast he can phase through solid object, and he always has that electricity. And when he run, the faster and faster he vibrates, the faster and faster he moves and vibrates, he begins to change his molecular structure into a different dimension, a higher realm, because he has all this life force, all this electricity, plasma running through him, where he can rise in dimensions and begin to transphase and fuse throughout different dimensions. He passes the physical. He passes through the water realm. He can run on water. This showed you that he is also above the phase dimension, the phase of matter of water. He ran on air. When they showed you in season 6, he ran on air. This showed you that he passed the phase of the phase of gas, and then to the electricity realm. He has so much power. Where they showed you that he became the in season 7, they showed you he became there's the speed force. He became the speed force itself. Now these forces of nature, and they showed you in season 7, they had all these different forces of nature. They had the force of strength, the force of time, the force of speed. These are basically primordial entities that govern certain aspects of life. And then they showed you where he actually became the speed force, showing that he transcended into like a god level, where he actually became an actual force of nature, of the universe, of cosmos itself. Okay, so I just wanted to show y'all that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show y'all that. Y'all have fun with that. Practice this. Do life force cultivation, or they call it modern day semen retention. Do that for like 7 days, and you'll notice your energy level skyrocket. You'll begin to have a shift in consciousness. Now the longer you go, the more benefits, the more energy, the more powerful you become, the more life force you can cultivate, the more bigger in your aura field, the more powerful your aura field expand, your magnetism. You can, and the longer you go, say if you like on a year or 2 years, your magnetism, your aura should become so powerful where you can begin to feel the push and pull between positive protons and negative protons. That's magnetism. The push and pull between negative and positive protons. You can begin to feel those in real time, in your actual reality. Like if you go to open a door and you feel an electric static shock, or it becomes so powerful where you go to open the door and you can literally feel the magnetic pull towards the door. It's like you reach your hand out and your hand will become like magnetically pulled to the door, like on its own. Like that's how powerful your magnetic field will become. And you walk past people, you will begin to feel like your arm will literally, like, if if you go to like walk past them and they arm is in a way, your body will literally like move itself. But it's the push and pull between protons. It's like your body is on like an instant autopilot, because your magnetic field is so powerful. You know how a magnet, you put a magnet together and it moves, and like a magnet won't even go straight on it, because it's the push and pull between negative ions and positive ions, protons, and it's like magnetic pull. So that's what happens if someone begins to walk past you. And this is where they showed you in Dragon Ball Z of Ultra Instinct, where his magnetism is so high that his body becomes on like autopilot. That's the same thing with Peter Parker. When he can sense danger, his body is so harnessed with life force, and his aura field is so gigantic that it projects itself